So, one of the things we spoke about with The Rock was Dwayne Johnson was supplements.
Yeah.
So, let's talk a little bit about supplements.
Yeah.
Let's talk about all kinds of supplements.
Right.
Steroids.
Yep.
Fat burners.
Yep.
Pre-workout.
Yep.
Post-workout.
Yep.
Protein.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I don't take anything.
Yes, you do.
Many moons ago.
No, you take something right now.
What'd I take?
You take vitamin D.
Well, I was gonna get there.
You take something.
You beat me to it.
Yeah, it's because honestly, that's all a supplement is, right? You're supplementing what you would normally get from food. You know,
Right.
So you're saying to yourself, I don't get enough of this thing from my diet, and therefore I have to supplement with it.
Up the ante.
Yeah. So it's like, I know we both decided based on our research, like, and people that we know
Right.
who are professionals in the medical field, and we are still dealing with this COVID shit.
Right.
Everybody was like, vitamin D.
Vitamin D3
Come
specifically.
Come on. Was it like 1,000
IUs.
1,000 IUs, right? At least they're like, every day, 1,000 IUs of vitamin D.
That's right.
And it's like, what does that mean? I have to stay out in the sun for a long time? Like, nope. So you gotta like supplement with it. So
right.
We both take an ample amount of vitamin D, not crazy amounts, but at least 1,000 IUs a day. Yeah.
Right. And then I also take vitamin C, and I can't remember the exact amount of it. I get a powder. It's sulfate.
Citric acid type situation.
Yeah, it's vitamin C in a powder form.
Yeah.
And I take a half a teaspoon. I think it's 500 IUs.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
Yeah,
but I usually take that every day.
Yeah. That like absorbic acid.
Yes.
Vitamin C.
Yes.
Slash it.
Absolutely.
Got you.
And then I also take B12 once a week.
Now why you take that?
Because studies have shown that actually no one gets enough B12.
What?
So allegedly only vegetarians need to take extra amounts of B12. But studies have shown that actually no one gets enough, because although it is in animals, the amount in it is not enough. We need more. So I take B12 once a week.
How much you take a week?
Whatever the thing is, I'll put it on the screen.
Okay.
I don't know the exact amount, but I take a B12 tablet once a week to help with the old memory.
The old memory.
The old memory. And and that's it.
They used to have ginkgo biloba or some shit like that for memory back in the day. Ginkgo biloba, whatever the hell it was called. Ginkgo something. People know what I'm talking about.
I'm not that wise.
See, obviously I wasn't taking it, so because I don't remember what it's called.
Right. Well,
Ginkgo.
And then you put me on to krill oil.
Come on now.
And I was taking that because my amino acids, and really like my amino acids needed to be higher.
Your branch chain amino acids, son?
Yes.
BCAAs? I know I'm kind of loud. People gonna be like,
No,
why is Dre the loud one now? When did that happen?
When we got behind the bricks. When we got in front of the bricks.
Yeah.
When we got in front of the bricks, the bricks gave him superpowers.
The bricks. Isn't that what Newark is called? The bricks. Anyway.
Brick City, New Jersey?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have to ask Redman.
Maybe that's Jersey City. I have no idea. Anyway.
I don't know.
So you take the krill oil.
I take krill oil like once a week.
Yeah.
What was it that was a little low? It was omega-3.
Ah, that's right.
Omega-3?
Yeah.
Oh no, you know what it was? It was my good cholesterol.
HDL.
Sure. I don't know.
I forget which one is the good one.
I'm not a medical guy.
The LDL and the HDL.
Well, they said my good cholesterol was slightly lower. But I stopped taking the krill oil because they said it's been great.
Okay.
But I was taking the krill oil like once a week.
Gotcha.
So I take some stuff. But I was gonna say originally I didn't take anything. And then we were taking that fly ass GNC pack in 2013. Remember that shit? Had like that red pill. That shit was crazy. Some of them pills were like that big.
I remember them. 'Cause I take everything. What? I'd take more if I could afford it. I take supplements.
What do you mean? you mean that other thing?
You know the other thing that you get from behind the counter that they don't show you.
You mean the whey protein?
Yeah, but the other thing.
All right, so go through what you take.
So kind of all the above, the legal stuff, and it's all different. So I'll start where you started. So I take a multivitamin, right?
Okay.
So I start off with a multivitamin. I take a little pack of multivitamins, different stuff in it. Just because of basically what you're saying. Like I know or I believe that the food that I take, I feel like it doesn't have all of what I need. Like, so you have like a standard level,
right?
And I'm always trying to optimize. So, you know, the FDA says, hey, okay, you need to have X amount of these vitamins or these minerals every day,
right?
Yeah. And it's like have at least this much,
right?
But that's just like nominal, standard, base.
Yep.
But I'm always trying to go optimally, so I always try to go like above that.
Upping the ante.
Yeah, you got to. So I do a multivitamin, boom, and that has, and so when I say multivitamins, that means it's not just one vitamin, it's like a bunch of like multivitamins.
So you take a multivitamin pack.
Multivitamin pack. Definitely make sure I have my D3. Just to kind of go in a little bit more with the krill oil, right? I started taking the krill oil and put you on the krill oil because everybody's talking about fish oil, right? And just for the same thing you said for your omega-3 fatty acids that we need to get, that we're not getting enough of that either.
Right.
But from what I saw, krill oil gives you even more sort of like potency than fish oil, where fish oil can go bad really quick. Krill oil can tend to last a little bit longer, and you're going to get a lot more sort of like bang for your buck.
Right.
So that's why I kind of switched to krill. So yeah, I get krill oil. Now, beyond that, I don't take any fat burners, but I used to. I used to take fat burners all the time.
Okay. I ain't know that shit.
Yeah, I took them all the time. And I'm not against them, you know. They're cool, whatever. But I don't take it right now. Might take it later.
Why?
Because fat burners are just a good way to help your body like metabolize things, you know, help metabolize the fat, help you metabolize food, you know.
I'm asking why don't you take it right
now? Why I don't take it right now? Because the reason why I'm not taking it right now, because fat burners work with the biggest ingredient in a fat burner is caffeine. And so I don't want to OD on caffeine. And so the reason why I'm not taking a fat burner right now is because now I'm on some pre-workout shit. I never used to take pre-workouts, right? Pre-workouts have caffeine in it. So I don't want to take caffeine on one end and then after my workout and then take more caffeine on some pre-workout shit. So I'm like, you know, but a lot of people don't understand, like caffeine, even though it's legal, it's still a drug. You know, so when I don't be kidding, we say, oh, drugs, supplements, but it's all drugs. You know, just that some drugs are legal, some drugs are illegal.
Right.
You know, like Harris once said, it's legal if the government can see you.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? If the government can't see you, then now it's illegal. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's good or bad. It just means the government said, okay, you can have that and you can't have that. You know, so you can't go and get heroin, but you can go and get a bottle of liquor.
That's right.
It's not, you know what I'm saying? They're both poison. Look at it like whatever, but government says it's okay for you to poison yourself this way. You can't poison yourself that way.
That's right.
Whole nother conversation.
The laws of man.
Yeah, regulating what goes into your body. I think that's dumb. I feel like you should let grown people do what grown people want to do. It's their bodies. Knock yourself out.
Message.
Anyway, so yeah, boom. I take the pre-workout now.
Okay.
And I've never really taken pre-workouts before. This is my first time getting on pre-workouts.
So how long you been taking them?
I've been taking a pre-workout for about 2 weeks. So it's easy. So it's like maybe 3 weeks. Right? About 3 weeks. Not even a month yet. And it's a different feeling. Like, oh, okay. It gives me that oomph. When I'm ready to work out. Take my pre-workout. You're supposed to take about 30 minutes before you start. Okay. Shake it up, get it ready, and it gives me a little like, hey.
Right. Little
you ready?
Boost.
You wanna yeah. All right. So
a little fitness Viagra.
Yeah, get a little right. Like, oh, all right, what we gonna do it today? So I'm like, okay, I like that feeling. I don't know if I'm gonna stick around with it. I'm just trying it out.
Right.
We both believe in self-experimentation, so
definitely
just experimenting and see how it goes. So that's it. And then I also take creatine, right? Creatine is another supplement. Yeah. There is hundreds and hundreds of studies on creatine on how beneficial it is. That's another thing that we may not be getting enough of, especially when you're building muscle. Like when you're building muscle, especially because like we're building muscle, yes, but we're also trying to build muscle in a caloric deficit. So you may not be giving your body in terms of everything it needs to build muscle with just food. Right. So I supplement with creatine on a daily basis. I take about 3 to 5 grams before my workout. Okay. I take about 4 grams after the workout.
A double dose.
I double dose it. Something in the beginning and then something in the back door. We probably should be saying these jokes. Because people are going to be like, what the fuck is going on there?
So, let him guess.
Anyway.
Put it in the comments.
Nah, but yeah, I take it before and after my workout. I take creatine. Creatine is great. It's great for your brain. It's great for your muscles. And we're trying to get the muscles to respond. We want to get the muscles everything it needs to grow. Right. And so with that being said, that brings me to the number 1, which is protein. Right? I supplement with whey protein. I supplement with casein protein.
What's that?
So it's this different type of protein. So they're all coming from like a cow, right? Whey protein has less calories. They take a lot more stuff out of it, so you're just getting like the whey, and it's not as dense as like casein. Where casein, when you think about milk, right? It's like all this stuff, like they filter it out, and you have what's left over is like the casein, so all that stuff. So it's still protein there. Okay. And so casein is a lot more dense. It's a lot more caloric. When people are like, oh, I want a meal replacement, drink, they're probably drinking casein because it fills you up. Where whey protein won't necessarily fill you up, but it'll give you that protein. So it's like, it'll give you the protein, but with less calories. Right. So I supplement with whey protein, I supplement with casein protein, and then sometimes I'll also supplement with a plant-based protein. Okay. I like to switch it up. The plant-based protein I use is Orgain because they use a multiple different sources of plant protein. So it'll be like pea and rice and a whole bunch of other.
So like a plant-based combo.
Yes, like plant-based combo of plant sources for protein.
That's dope.
Yeah, so I use that sometimes too. And it all depends, like I mostly go with whey, but sometimes I want to switch it. At night, I like to do casein because it does fill me up and it helps me sleep. And then a lot of times with my plant protein, I like to mix that with stuff. So let's say like, I like to take like my oatmeal. This is going to be one of the recipes I show. Like sometimes I'll take the oatmeal, I'll throw a little bit of plant protein on there. Give a different flavor, different taste. You know, same thing like with the water, right? I just want to get a different flavor, different taste while I get enough protein in. And my goal is to probably get about throughout the day, I want like maybe like 160 grams of protein throughout the day. So I'm not gonna eat that in just one meal. I'll break that up. So every meal should have about 30 to 40 grams of protein.
Right.
And if I don't get that, then I'll supplement with a shake or something. I'd be like, okay, like let's say it's one of the days where I'm like, I'm doing OMAD, I'm only eating 1 meal a day.
Right.
I know in order for my body to create protein synthesis, it needs the protein to do that. Right. So I'm gotta make sure every 2 to 3 hours I'm putting some protein in so that it's, you know, the body sees all the building blocks it needs to build the muscle.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
Am I forgetting any other supplements? So that's whey protein.
The special one.
Well, that's all I take. That's all I take. I don't take anything more than that. So it's just multivitamins, creatine, different sources of whey protein, and the pre-workout. That's all I supplement with. Okay. So I'm not doing fat burners right now.
And the idea of supplements, like we said, is to increase the amount of things that you are already getting or help with something that you may not be getting. So, you know, anyone who's going to take supplements, I think it's really important that we let them know you have to do research on what you take. Research what you're taking, why you're taking it, and what brand you're getting it from. You want to get it from a place that is a trusted source that you feel comfortable buying from. Because anyone can sell any kind of supplement. It doesn't mean that it's a quality supplement.
You ain't never lie. Yeah, that kind of triggered me a little bit too, because especially with men, I see these bullshit. There's so many bullshit supplements out there. One of the biggest ones that kind of triggered me, which is the dumbest thing ever, is these like male testosterone boosters.
Yep.
And it's the biggest male ego ripoff bullshit ever, because what you see is like some commercial where it's just some guy that's like, hey, ever since I've been taking this, my dick works, I get all the ladies, I get so much energy, and this helps boost my testosterone. And it's like, no it doesn't.
Psych!
No it doesn't. You can't take something to boost your testosterone. Your testosterone levels are always going to peak and go down, peak and go down.
I mean, there's things you can take, but it's probably not going to be something from an infomercial.
Your body is going to produce testosterone based on your activity and your age. Right. So, if you're a teenager, your body has a lot of things it needs to do, right? Things got to grow, hairs, all kinds of. Your body is trying to get you ready to become either a man or a woman. Let's just talk about men for a second. It's trying to get you to become a man. It's growing. So, it needs a ton of testosterone because it's growing things. You know what I'm saying? You know, dick, everything, all this stuff gotta grow. Your penis, all this stuff gotta grow. So your body is doing all these things and it needs a lot. So it's gonna produce based on what it needs if it's being fed properly. That's why when you're a teenager, you're like, oh, we saw money, so hungry. Why are these kids so hungry? Because the engine is revving. Things gotta grow. You get a little older, maybe the engine's not revving as much as it used to. That testosterone is starting to go down a little bit.
Right.
You know, if you're strength training, you're telling your body, hey, I need muscles, I need strength. And your body's like, well, I'm going to need some testosterone to get that going.
Right.
So you're going to produce a lot more testosterone if you're strength training or something like that, opposed to someone else who's just like maybe sitting at a desk all day. You know, you got to give your body a reason to trigger a response.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So just simply working out more is going to produce a lot more testosterone than a person who doesn't. Now, in the morning time is when you produce your most testosterone. As the day goes on, your testosterone is going to decrease. So these ads are just like, if you take this is going to boost your testosterone. You know it's bullshit because if you read what they say, It's like, take this as well as exercise, as well as getting enough sleep, as well all these other things that we know boost testosterone. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's no different than the bullshit someone sells for like abs or something. It's like, yo, take these pills. Here, these pills are gonna really blow you up. Okay, how much are they? $50. Now, when you take them, you also got to diet and you also got to exercise. So it's not the pills, it's the diet and the exercise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're just selling somebody a dream. You know, so that testosterone BS is just that. It's BS.
Right. I mean, again,
or testosterone boosters.
Right, because in the medical field, there are things that will help boost testosterone. But like I'm saying, it's not going to be something you get from an infomercial or Instagram.
The only thing that's going to boost testosterone is taking what they call androgynous testosterone. That means someone, a doctor, prescribes to you testosterone. They don't prescribe to you a booster. They're like, take this testosterone. You're not, for whatever reason, like you go to a doctor, they have all these like testosterone clinics or what they call age-defying clinics throughout the U.S. and other places. You go there, what they're supposed to do is take your blood, okay, tell you to come back. You come back, you look, and they say, okay, your testosterone is maybe, let's say, at a 300.
Right.
What do you want to do? You know, the doctor will say, hey, I think maybe we should get it up to maybe a 500 or a 6.
Right.
Or whatever. And then they say, okay, well, do you think, I think I want to do that. All right. So since you're only producing 300 milli something, whatever.
Right.
Well, let's give you more testosterone. So now they're enhancing or what they call testosterone replacement therapy, right? TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. Now, what does that do? Now you're taking androgynous testosterone. You're taking testosterone.
Right.
So your body says, well, I'm not going to produce testosterone. It's enough. So you basically start shutting down your body's ability to produce testosterone because it's getting it from someplace else.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the way that works. Now, is that going to increase testosterone? Of course. It's measured. You know. Right. You know, every week or every whatever your doctor tells you, I take this much testosterone. Some people take it intravenously with a needle. Some people take orals. Whatever. It's prescribed. You go there once a week or you take it once a week and you know how much you get. So some people are like, especially bodybuilders, they'll be like, okay, let's say for me, like I'm getting older. They might say to me, oh, your testosterone, it's okay. You know, you about 300, 400.
Right.
All right. Well, if you want, we can get it to 1,000.
Right.
Oh, all right, you know what I'm saying? If I have the money, okay, sure, I'm gonna go to this clinic and we're gonna slowly get my testosterone up to 1,000, milliliters or milligrams, whatever the hell it is. And now you're gonna see a response because I couldn't produce 1,000 units of testosterone maybe if I was like 16 or something.
Right.
But even in your 20s, you're not producing that much. But now they're giving it to you and I know cats who do that, but they still consider themselves natural. It's like, son, you're not natural no more. Your body looks great because you're getting crazy amounts of testosterone, but you're not natural no more after that.
No.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I was saying. I wasn't saying it's impossible, but yeah, that is the other option I was saying because you said you can't take it. I'm saying, yeah, you can, but not some shit from Instagram or TikTok or some infomercial.
So some GNC bullshit.
Yeah, nah, that's not.
Sword. You might just take
as
sawdust.
the kids say.
You might as well just take sawdust. Did you read the article? Sawdust it increases your testosterone, but it boosts it. Sawdust is a natural testosterone booster, and if you just send me $18.95, it's like, come on, man. Right. Garbage. And there's too many men falling for it. That's the thing that messes me up. There's too many men spending their hard-earned money on this thing, thinking that, well, man, if I take this, I'll have a better libido and I'll be able to perform better and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, no, especially if you're somebody that's maybe like overweight and, I don't know, your dick stopped working. You need to see a urologist. You need to talk to a doctor.
Yeah.
Not just randomly, taking testosterone. You gotta say to yourself, okay, did you get your blood checked?
Right.
You know, you have to first get your blood checked and see what's going on with you.
Absolutely.
And, you know, see a urologist if that's what the issue is. If you're overweight, you know, how do you feel about yourself is, to me, is always the big thing.
Say it again.
You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about yourself? That's why I don't believe in like erectile dysfunction. I know people say, "Oh, you're suffering from erectile dysfunction." I don't think that's the same. I don't think that's real. I think you are bored with whatever piece of ass you have. I mean, let's have a real conversation. Come on, son. Or you don't feel good about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not excited about you.
Son.
If you're looking at yourself, you're like, yo, I don't like the way I look. You know, and that's going to, we all know, and never have an erection. It's a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? So if it's like mentally, if I'm not there, it don't matter. I mean, she could be the most beautiful woman in the world. If you're done with her, you're done with it. If you feel like, yo, you're not turning me on. But I'm Beyonce. I don't care if you're Beyonce. You're not turning me on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's individual. Everybody's going to be different. So, and it may have nothing to do with your partner. It just may be the way you see yourself. You know? So before you say, oh, I need testosterone boosting, I need this and that, let's work on some of your self-confidence. Mm-hmm. You know, how do you feel about you when you look at you? Mm-hmm. It could be a lot of that, you know, but people know that that's the way people look at themselves. And so they're going to sell you some bullshit to say, hey, take this.
Right.
And you're going to be so much better.
I mean, there are people with blood flow issues as well.
No doubt. That's why you gotta go to the doctor to figure that out.
So, but you said erectile function don't exist.
It's a lie. It's a myth. No, okay. All right. I guess. Okay. No. Some people. Right. Okay. I guess let me take that back. If you go to urologist, oh, we found out what it was. Like there's some sort of blockage or whatever, artery, whatever.
Right.
Okay. We got some issues.
Because that exists.
Yes.
Like Paul Castellano. Actually, I'm gonna bleep that name out.
Who's Paul Castellano?
What?
I don't know who that is. Who's Paul Castellano? Who's Paul Castellano?
Son.
Who's Paul Castellano?
It was a mob boss.
Yeah, it sounds like some Italian mob boss do.
It was a mob boss.
Who dick didn't work?
Prior.
He was flatulent. He was a flatulent mob boss.
They're gonna kill me. It was a mob boss named Paul Castellano.
Right.
And I learned this from a movie. And there's also a book about this.
Okay.
I'm not some secret information guy. Paul Castellano, he's a dude who was murdered in front of the steakhouse. Remember that?
90s.
Before Gotti took over.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you. I just had the reference. I can remember. I remember now, yeah.
So, allegedly,
yeah,
he had blood flow issues.
Right.
Things were no longer working.
Right.
And he took some other routes. But his erectile dysfunction stemmed from blood flow issues.
What other routes did he take? Come on, you trying to drop it half a hint. What did he do?
Allegedly, he had a rod implanted.
Oh, yeah, people do that.
So he could still service his new lady. It's
yeah. People do that.
It's a lot. There's a movie. Look it up.
Yeah, people do that. A lot of times, especially sometimes people want it to look bigger. They'll put like rods or whatever into their joint, you know.
But his erectile dysfunction came from blood flow issues.
Yeah, no doubt.
All that other stuff is a different conversation.
Yeah. You remember in the Green Mile, Tom Hanks' character couldn't urinate, or was real painful urinate. I think it was like kidney stones or something like that.
Kidney stones.
Yeah. So that's why it could be seriously, like you could have a serious medical issue. Like you need to see a doctor, you need to go to a urologist and get that done.
Run tests.
Right. So I'm not trying to act like there's not real medical issues out there. So
right,
I don't want to sound like that.
You said.
But erectile.
You said.
For a lot of cats. Come on, I've been there. We all been there. Listen, can we have a real conversation? When we've all been like maybe with someone and it's like, oh man, it's not getting up. Because your dick is just not going to lie as much as you can. You know what I mean? Like, you be like, no, I like you. Like, you cool. And, you know, like, nah, you know, but are you attracted to me? Like, yeah, I'm attracted. But your dick is like, no, we not. We're not attracted to it, son. So,
I'm not
we're not attracted to it, and I'm not going to work. So, done. I know I've been there like, oh, maybe I'm at the point now where my dick don't work. It's like, okay, that's, you know, I got to accept that. And then I just meet something else and it's like, hey, we back. You know, so all I'm saying is a lot of it is mental. A lot of it is mental. Yes. And thinking that you could take some magic pill that's going to solve everything is a lie. And these testosterone boosters prey on men's insecurities.
Absolutely.
To have them buy products that they don't need.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm fucking around with all the other stuff, but honestly, it's like when we talk about supplements, we gotta talk about, okay, well, what do you think this is going to do? What can it actually do?
Right.
You know, not so much what they say, because Shaq got some bullshit testosterone booster that he's trying to sell mofos now. He got some BS before and after. You should when we do the editing, see it in post, look it up. You can put it on the screen.
I will not put it on screen. I will not knock Shaq.
What do you mean you want to knock? If he's selling snake oil, you selling snake oil. You talking about?
Son.
Shaq, I don't know, maybe he stopped doing it. Shaq got some company, because you know, Shaq has never met a company that he's gonna say no. Shaq sells everything. And I ain't mad at him. I love it. Shaq sell it. But some things you gotta be like, okay, what is this? So Shaq came through and was like, yo, I lost all this weight. I lost 30 pounds. I started taking this testosterone booster and it's got me in great shape. He was saying it like on Instagram or one of these social networks. I was like, Shaq, come on, bro.
When was this? Like recently or like many years ago?
No, like 2-3 months ago. Like 2-3 months ago, Shaq was going down on some like, yeah, these testosterone boosters is the best thing and it's got me in shape. You know, people was lighting him up for it. You know, some people was like, hey, Shaq, that's cool, lost all the weight. But a lot of people was like, this is garbage. You know what I'm saying? And I was one of those people who was like, Shaq, I love you. You that dude. You're definitely a legend. You do a lot of stuff for the community. This right here, you need to stop. You know, unless he doesn't understand that testosterone boosters are garbage. But
maybe he gotta call you.
They gotta call me. What do I know? I'm just a dude. But maybe he should talk to his urologist.
Hello.
Or his doctor or whoever to tell, you know, maybe Shaq should get blood work done and be like, Shaq, you don't have a testosterone issue. You were just fat. And then you started working out and then you lost weight. It wasn't a miracle pill that got you to lose the weight. You started to work out and then you lost weight. And you ate less. You stayed out of those Papa Johns.
I knew it. That's why I tried to look away.
You stayed out of the Papa Johns, and there you go.
I tried to look away. I forgot we got another camera right here.
Come on, man.
That's see me.
That's all that happened. Making up shit, man. And men, we gotta stop falling for it because they play to our man. Put it like this. Let's reverse it for a second. You are never going to see a product that says women. You want to be more womanly? Take this. Women will light that product up. It wouldn't exist today. They won't allow anything or any product to say this, by taking this is going to make you more feminine.
All right.
Just like, oh, you know, you want to enhance this, you take this, like, I don't know, makeup or whatever, you know. But to be like, oh, take this pill because, you know, you looking kind of butch, but you take this pill. You're going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Timestamp. Anybody got a timestamp? Anybody know when he said that?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And a lot of, especially young dudes. I see a lot of young dudes, 22, 23.
Taking that shit?
Testosterone boosters. Son, you're young. Stop. You don't need that.
Nah, they don't.
You know? Anyway.
They don't.
And so.
Go ahead.
That's that supplement. Now, it's the other garbage supplements too, but that's the main one that I'm just like, I can't fuck it. But go ahead, you say what you need to say.
No, I was going to say do your research. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just do your research. Do your research on the brands that you buy, the supplements you buy, and as always, ask yourself, what are your goals? Because
Could I say something else? Are we done with that? Are we switching to something else?
go, son.
All right.
Your name is on the podcast too.
Yo, so I feel like I want to transition to the illegal supplements, right? People take steroids, different type of steroids, Trenbolone,
HGH.
First of all, I used to take HGH before it was illegal. In the 90s, HGH, you could just buy it. Right? So I'm definitely aging myself. Everybody know I'm not 20. So it's like when I was coming up, when I went to school, when I was in college, and you wanted HGH, it was HGH. You get on Amazon. It wasn't a big thing. You just get it. You know?
So baseball fucked that up?
I don't know who fucked that up.
McGuire, Sosa, all of them?
Maybe.
What's the other guy? They talk about him in Liar Liar. Oh, Jose Canseco, Barry Bonds, all that fly shit. Chill, Barry Bonds is a G.
Barry Bonds got busted too.
But he ain't say shit. Everybody else was snitching. This nigga was like...
But they snitched on him.
He didn't say shit though. He just kept hitting home runs. You seen Cat Williams?
Yeah.
Said Barry Bonds took that shit. Boop. Another home run.
Yeah, so HGH, when I was coming up, you could just take it. You know? And I remember taking it. I definitely saw, the difference. Big time. Yeah, I remember my mom, I'm in college, so it's like hard for me to see my mom, whatever.
Right.
So I would see her every now and then. I came in the house one day. She was like, I came in the house, I had a Muscle magazine. Muscle magazines was still the joint back then.
Yeah.
And she was like, for a minute, I thought that was you. She was like, did he make it on the magazine? Like, because I was HGH out. And it was like, you could get it at like GNC or something like that. It was like, you could just get it. Because think about it, even when steroids first came out, when Arnold and them was coming out, that wasn't illegal. You could just take steroids.
Until
niggas started dying, and it was just like, well, maybe we should regulate this.
Right.
Okay, it's illegal. You can't take it anymore.
Right.
I mean, even Coke was illegal at one point, right?
Coca-Cola?
Right. Coke, it's like things happen to people, then the government's like, okay, nah, chill.
Gotta relax.
So that's what happened with HGH. It was like, okay, no, just everything is growing. Cancers, all kinds of stuff. No, it's done. And so HGH became illegal. Now, like I said, I took it. I didn't have any health concerns. The person that sold it to me, like I said, regular vitamins, they was like, okay, only take this much, every other day or something like that. And I just listened to him. Like, okay, you sound like you know better than me. Took the HGH. I didn't have any problems, whatever. I didn't take. So I think what happens is that people take crazy amounts.
Right.
1,000 milliliters or something. Like,
right.
You bugging right now.
Yeah.
I took little small doses of HGH. I never had an issue with it.
Well, them cats was wildin'.
Right. But you can't take it now. It's an illegal substance, so you can't take human growth hormone. That's what HGH is. Human growth hormone, just in case you didn't know what that meant. Can't take it anymore unless you get it illegally. And so some people get their hands on it. It's not hard. You can go to countries like Mexico and other places. And
there you go.
But the thing is, even if you do that, because it's illegal, you can't trust it. Right, you go on the internet right now, you type in HGH, they're like, oh, we got you,
right.
And send you to some other website, and you just go get it. You don't know what you have.
Right.
That's the thing for me. It's like, I'm not anti any of these drugs, but as soon as I get something on the black market, I don't know if this is legitimate flies stuff. So you could just be selling me more snake oil and calling it HGH.
Right.
I just gave you $50 for sawdust. Like, word.
Sawdust.
You know what I'm saying?
From McDonald's French fries.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of times people get sick, because they're taking something that is not pure,
right,
not coming from a good source, and you can get sick that way.
And that's why you got to do your research.
Yeah. So, and that's why I would say don't get anything illegal, because you don't really know what you're getting. You know,
That's true.
whether you're talking about anabolic steroids, human growth hormone, trenbolone, there's all these kind of things. It's like it's so illegal and so risky. Why take the chance? You know what I'm saying? Just because you want to go to the beach and look dope, you know.
There's other ways to do that.
Other ways to do it. Now, if you're somebody like The Rock and someone's giving you millions of dollars to look a certain way, I understand you're gonna get it. But you got
juice, baby.
You got juice. You got money to take a plane, talk to a real expert.
Right.
That's not in your country, and it's like, first of all, you in my country. It's not illegal here. This is the real deal. We manufacture our own joint.
Right.
You're gonna come here once a month or once every 2 weeks.
Right.
I'm gonna hit you off, and you can go work out. Knock yourself out.
That's it.
You know.
Give me the same shit y'all gave the Wolverine. You know what I'm saying?
Give me that Wolverine. How much for the
You
Wolverine?
know what I'm saying? Yo, y'all want the Wolverine?
How much for the Wolverine?
I don't want the Michael B. Jordan. That wasn't good enough. I want the
exactly.
Wolverine. I seen him deadlift 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, but hold on. This is the Black Adam. That's not gonna give me ass.
It's not gonna give me ass.
I don't want that one.
All right.
And let's roll out, roll out, roll out, roll out, let's roll out.